faith, leadership, and the will to win. These legendary coaches didn't just build championship teams, they built legacies rooted in Catholic values. From the gridiron to the hardwood, their faith shaped their coaching philosophy, inspired their players, and left a lasting impact on the game. In this video, we're counting down the top 10 Catholic coaches in history, leaders who combined strategy with spirituality and competition with conviction. Now, let's take a look. Number 10. Joe Mazzulla. Having led the Boston Celtics to the NBA championship in 2024, Mazzulla cites his Catholic faith as a major factor in their success. Growing up, he attended Bishop Hendricken High School in Rhode Island. Mazzulla typically wears a small gold cross pinned to his shirt and had a wooden rosary made out of floorboards from the basketball arena. He says he likes to get to the basketball court early to do a prayer walk before games. Mazzulla has a home chapel where he says he starts and ends his days. The chapel has a statue of the Blessed Mother, various icons, and a picture of him and his childhood priest, Father Marcel Taillon, at the Church of the Holy Sepulchre in Jerusalem. Number 9. Terry Donahue. Best known as the football coach at UCLA from 1976 to 1995, he won the most games in UCLA history and set records for the Pac-10 Conference. Growing up, Donahue attended St. Charles Borromeo Elementary School in North Hollywood and graduated from Notre Dame High School in Sherman Oaks. Donahue was known to attend daily mass at St. Paul the Apostle Church near the UCLA campus, often accompanied by friends and colleagues. One individual, who has remained anonymous, shared his story on Why Catholic, as to how Terry Donahue helped him rediscover his faith. After falling away from the faith, he was blown away by the piety of Coach Donahue. He said, "Getting to know you, your family, your devotion to our faith, and how you treat others was an inspiration for me." Number 8. Tommy Lasorda. Having managed the Los Angeles Dodgers from 1976 through 1996, Lasorda was inducted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame as a manager in 1997. In his office, Lasorda kept a signed photo of Mother Teresa on his wall. Not far from that is a portrait of Los Angeles Archbishop Emeritus Cardinal Roger Mahony. He also kept a picture of Sister Immaculata, his 7th grade teacher, who believed that he would go on to do great things. He spoke of his faith at the Seton Catholic Prep School fundraiser, saying, "I was always proud to say I was Catholic, no matter where I was." Faith teaches you to be open. It teaches you to be what you want to be. Number 7. Mike Krzyzewski. Coach K served as the head coach at Duke University from 1980 to 2022, during which he led the Blue Devils to 5 national titles. As a student, he attended St. Helen Catholic School in Chicago, and later, Archbishop Weber High School, a Catholic prep school for boys. Coach K never wavered in his Catholic faith, praying the Holy Rosary before every game, and offered it for his intentions and for the glory of God. As a long-standing, active parishioner of Immaculate Conception Church, Coach K was awarded the St. Francis Medal by the Franciscan Friars of Holy Name Province. Number 6. Marcus Freeman. Since taking over as the head coach of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, Freeman has brought a culture of faith back to the team. As the father of 6, he converted to Catholicism in 2022 at a special ceremony at the Sacred Heart Basilica on campus. Members of the team have recently started a Bible study, and the players say the Lord's Prayer in the locker room before games. One of the biggest steps Freeman took to connect faith and football was restoring the game day practice of players participating in Mass at the Basilica before walking over to Notre Dame Stadium. Number 5. Don Shula. Coach Shula initially served as the head coach of the Indianapolis Colts, but is best known for his 26-season tenure with the Miami Dolphins, leading them to back-to-back Super Bowl victories. Shula was a devout Catholic throughout his life. He said in 1974, at the peak of his coaching career, that he attended Mass every morning. At one point, he even considered joining a seminary to become a Catholic priest. Tom Monaghan, the founder of Domino's Pizza and the town of Ave Maria, had lapsed in his faith as a young man. When he read that Shula was a daily communicant, Monaghan thought that if the great Don Shula could find the time, so could he. Number 4. Knute Rockne. Best known as the coach of the University of Notre Dame, Rockne led the team for 13 seasons and accumulated over 100 wins and 3 national championships. While he grew up a Lutheran, Coach Rockne would marry his wife Bonnie at Saints Peter and Paul Catholic Church in Sandusky, Ohio. He would later convert to Catholicism and was baptized at the Log Chapel on Notre Dame's campus. The inspiration for his conversion came from the players on his team. He would see them leave early for Mass and found their devotion deeply inspiring. Rockne's life was cut short after his plane went down in the farmland of Kansas. When his body was identified, the coroner discovered a rosary still clutched in his hand. Number 3. Chuck Noll. Regarded as one of the greatest head coaches of all time, his sole head coaching position was for the Pittsburgh Steelers from 1969 to 1991. When Noll retired, only 3 other head coaches in NFL history had longer tenures with one team. A friend of Noll once reminisced, "I remember as a young boy, after every game, no matter how big, the team would come into the locker room, take a knee, and recite the Lord's Prayer. Only after the prayer would Coach Chuck Noll, another man of great faith, say his post-game comments." At Noll's funeral in St. Paul's Cathedral, Bishop David Zubik said in his homily, "It didn't matter how important you were or how valuable you seemed to be in society. In his eyes, everybody was important." Number 2. Vince Lombardi. Coach Lombardi is best known as the head coach of the Green Bay Packers during the 1960s, where he led the team to 3 straight and 5 total NFL championships in 7 years. Growing up, church attendance was mandatory for the Lombardis on Sundays. Lombardi himself was an altar boy at St. Mark Catholic Church. After 8th grade, he enrolled in the Cathedral Preparatory Seminary, a division of Cathedral College of the Immaculate Conception in Brooklyn, a 6-year secondary program to become a Catholic priest. While he never became a priest, he maintained his daily habit of going to Mass before attending meetings and kept a Bible and a missal on his nightstand. Lombardi prayed daily to St. Anthony and St. Jude and kept an old black wooden rosary in his coat pocket, which he would hold throughout the day. Number 1. Lou Holtz. Coach Holtz has served as the head coach for a wide variety of professional and college football teams. Holtz's 1988 Notre Dame team went 12-0 with a victory in the Fiesta Bowl. He is the only college football coach to lead 6 different programs to bowl games. Holtz credits the Sisters of Notre Dame St. Aloysius Grade School for building his belief in God as a young man in East Liverpool, Ohio. He said, "The sisters influenced my life tremendously. This was due to the fact that they encouraged you always to make sure that God is the focus of your life." He raised his family in much the same way that he was brought up. He said, "Every Sunday we went to Mass as a family. Then we went to breakfast. During the season and off-season, didn't matter. We're going to Mass together. The family that prays together will stay together."